Good morning, everybody. So today I'd like to look at worksheet 8-4 practice. It's on the back side of your 8-3 practice, so you can pause this video while you get that out. So I'm going to start with problem 1 here. We have 2x plus 5y equals 3 and negative x plus 3y equals negative 7. Notice how, so we want to solve by elimination, but we don't have any of the coefficients being the same or opposite. So we need to use multiplication here, and we want to try to get one of the coefficients to be either the same or opposite as we do this. So one of the things I notice is over here I just have a negative x. If I multiply the second equation by a 2, then I'm going to have a negative 2x plus 6y equals negative 14 for the second equation. The first equation will remain the same. And now if I add the two equations together, the first term, or the x term, is going to cancel out. And I'm left with 5y plus 6y, which gives me 11y. And 3 plus a negative 14 gives me a negative 11. And if I divide by 11, I'm going to get y equals negative 1. And to find x, all I need to do is to take this answer and to substitute it back into either one of the two equations. It doesn't make a difference which one we use. So I'll use the first one. 2x plus 5 times negative 1 equals 3, or 2x minus 5 equals 3. And I could just solve for x here. So we're going to get an 8 on the right side and 2x on the left. We can divide by 2 to get x is 4. So our solution here is going to be 4 comma negative 1, written as the ordered pair. Okay, so let's try problem number 3. So I'll just draw a line through here to separate the work. Okay, problem number 3 is a little bit different. I don't have just an x term by itself, but I do notice that over here I have a negative 2 and over here I have a positive 6. If I multiply the top equation by a 3, then that's going to change this to be a negative 6y. So I'm going to multiply every term by the 3. That's going to give me 15x minus 6y equals negative 30. On the bottom equation, I'm going to leave that the same. So 3x plus 6y equals 66. So at this point, because the coefficients are opposite here, I can add the two equations together to get 18x. The y terms are going to cancel. Negative 30 plus 66 is going to give me a positive 36. If I divide by 18, I'm going to get x equals 2, which is half of my answer. When I want to find the y variable, I'm going to sub it back into either the first two equations or the second one. First or second, it doesn't make a difference. So 5 times 2 minus 2y equals negative 10, or 10 minus 2y equals negative 10. If I subtract the 10 from both sides, I'm going to get negative 2y equals negative 20. Divide by negative 2, and I'm going to get y equals 10 here. So my answer is going to be 2 comma 10. 2 comma 10 for my solution. If I wanted to check that, I would check it the same way we did for substitution and graphing. Take both the x and the y, put it here and here and here and here, and make sure we get two true statements. All right, one more. Number 6 is a little bit different than the others. If you notice on the first two equations, we really only had to multiply one equation by a number. Over here, we can't really do that. I'm going to need to, and if I want to get the coefficients to be either the same or opposite, I'm really going to have to multiply both equations here. So I have a choice. I can either multiply the top equation by 3 or the bottom by 5 to get the x terms to both be 15, or I can multiply the top by 5 and the bottom by 3 to get the y terms to both be 15. It really doesn't make a difference. So I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna multiply the top by a 3, and I'll multiply the bottom by a -5, and that's so that I can get one of these to be opposite, so I can then add. So we get 15x plus 9y equals -30, and on the bottom I'm going to get negative 15x minus, looks like 25y plus equals positive 30. So at this point, I can add the two equations together. My x terms are going to cancel. I have 9 plus a -25, which is going to give me a -16y. And I have -30 plus a positive 30 here, which cancel out. Okay, so I end up with -16y equals 0. If I divide, I'm going to get y equals 0. So I need to now figure out how I'm going to solve for x. So I'm going to take this value of y and put it in either the first or the second equation. Doesn't matter which one, so I'll pick the first one. So 5x plus 3 times 0 equals -10. So we get 5x equals -10. And if we divide, we're going to get x equals -2. And so my answer is -2, 0 for my solution. And that's it. Have a great day, guys.